Good morning, friends. So myself, Dr. S. Rubin Bose, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram Campus, Chennai. So today we are going to discuss about introduction to computer vision. So first, what is computer vision? Computer vision is a field of artificial intelligence that enables computers and systems to derive meaningful information from digital images, videos, and other visual inputs. So there is a relationship between human vision and computer vision. So in human vision, when a child first time it see object, so it cannot recognize what object it is. For example, if a parent is showing some fruit, for example, apple, the child is not able to recognize that it is the apple. So what the parents has to do means parents has to convey the child that this is apple and this is banana and this is some other fruits like that. We have to train the kid to understand what object it is. And after a few days, the child, if it shows an apple, immediately it can recognize that. So this is the apple. So this is the same thing what we are going to do in the computer vision system. In computer vision system, we have our input, then we have a sensing device, then we have an interpreting device, and finally we have the output. So in input, we use we can place any kind of objects with labels, and for sensing device we can use any cameras, any video cameras, web cameras, we can use it, and from the camera we will connect the signals to the interpreting device. So this interpreting device is a training. This can be a computer. This can be a computer. So the computer normally cannot identify any objects. So until we train the computer or the machine. So what we have to do means we have to label the objects. We can take a number of objects here and we can label the objects, and we will train the machine to understand what object it is. So like that in image processing, we may use some thousands of images or some lakhs of images or millions of images can also be used to train the machine to understand different objects. So once the machine learn about different objects with their labels, then the machine can easily recognize what object it is, and it can easily classify and it can easily localize what object it is. So this is the relationship between the human vision versus computer vision. So why computer vision? So computer vision is useful for several reasons. One, for contextual understanding, second, accurate predictions, then third, reduced cost, and fourth one, user experience. So contextual understanding, if you take a robot, if you take an autonomous robot, so it has to move in an unknown environment and it has to identify whether there is any obstacles or any other hindrances in the path of the robot. So it can understand a new environment very easily. So that's what computer vision is very useful in contextual understanding. And second, accurate predictions can be done. So it can forecast the things what is going to happen. So all these things can be predicted easily. Then third one, reduced cost. So nowadays most of the companies are using this computer vision technology, and they are earning some millions of money using this technology. And then user experience. So it provides a better user experience. In applications of computer vision, these are some of the famous applications of the computer vision. So one is Snapchat and Amazon Go, then Pinterest, in Google Lens. So Amazon Go, you know that, you may be aware of it. So without doing any building process, directly you can go to the market. You can go to the Amazon Go market and you can pick the products whatever you want and directly you can use. So from your account, directly the amounts will be taken for that particular products what you have purchased from the Amazon Go. And Google Lens, you know that in earlier days, if I want to buy a shirt, so I have to go to Google and I have to type what type of shirt is that, what color is that, and what pattern I need. So all those things I have to type it. But nowadays it is not the case. So if someone is wearing a good pattern or good design of shirt, then I can take a photograph of it and I can directly go to the Google Lens and I can search for the similar type of object. So this is what happens nowadays, and Google Lens plays a major advancement in computer vision, and nowadays everything is made simple by this computer vision process. The other applications of computer vision can be used in defect detections in industries. Then it can be used in intruder detections, in mask detections, tumor detection, crop monitoring system, plant monitoring system, vehicle classifications, then traffic flow analysis, customer tracking, and theft detection. So these are the dynamic applications of the computer vision. So there are various use cases out there. Vehicle manufacturing industries nowadays they are adapting the computer vision technology into their vehicle manufacturing industry, and transportation industry they are using. So to track the vehicles where it is going, and who is the customer they are traveling that vehicles, everything can be easily analyzed using this computer vision. And also they can check the emotions of the drivers. So whether they are sleeping while driving the vehicle, or they feel tired. So these things can also be monitored by means of this computer vision. Then insurance companies, so they are predicting so what type of policies the customer is expecting. So all these things are done with the help of the computer vision. Then in the healthcare industry, then in agriculture, then home security system. Nowadays, we can leave the home as it is without locking the home. But with the help of some remote devices, we can lock wherever we are. And we can also monitor what is happening in our home in the remote locations. Then augmented reality, then banking systems, then media, sports. So all these areas, we are using the computer vision. And some of the most popular computer vision applications are, one is emotion detection, and object detection is the another important application, image classification, face recognition, object tracking, video analytics, and segmentation. So this is the roadmap to learn the computer vision. So if anybody is interested to learn computer vision, then definitely you should have some basic idea about the Python programming language. Also, you should know some statistics, how to handle the data, because in computer vision, you are going to handle a large number of data, and this data has to be properly, it has to be organized, and it has to be saved properly, stored properly, and then it has to be utilized properly. So it is an important thing to know how to handle the data and how to process the data. Then third thing, we should be aware of about the neural network concepts. We should aware of loss function. What is loss function? What is optimizers? And what is the landing rates we are giving in the optimizers? So everything we should be aware of it. And the next process is the artificial neural network. So artificial neural network has the image processing side. Also, it has the convolutional neural network. The image processing can be done with the help of the convolutional neural networks. And transfer learning is the another method. So transfer learning, we can fine tune the models, what is already available for our requirement, for our custom requirement. So we can fine tune the existing models, and we can use that models for our own projects. The next is the object detection. So object detection is also is an extended version of the image processing. So it can be easily used. It can be used to detect the objects in a dynamic environment. For example, it can also be used in vehicle detections. It can be used in tumor detections. It can be used in plant species identification. Then hand detections, hand gesture recognition. So all these areas it can be used on. So finally, deployment of projects. So already told you, if you want to deploy a project or if you want to develop a project, first you should be aware of the Python programming language, because the Python has so many open source libraries, and these libraries will be more helpful to develop a project within a short span of time. So we should know about the TensorFlow, PyTorch, and OpenCV. OpenCV is one of the initial days we are using OpenCV, and OpenCV can also be used for this kind of image processing technologies. But in my project, I am using the TensorFlow concept. So TensorFlow libraries are very easy to do the tasks, and it can be easily understood. So by this, I'm ending this session. So the next section, we will discuss about what are the various use cases that can be done with the help of the computer vision. And I will do the introduction about the image processing and the other things. Thank you.